Webbs is so going to be late again.
Ultimate Spidey will have ultimate detention in 4, 3, 2...
For those who have watched the Ultimate Spider-Man animation, it's pretty clear that the MCU is setting up a version of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team. They're introducing characters like Nova, White Tiger, Peter Parker's Spider-Man, currently played by Tom Holland, Luke Cage, and Nick Fury, also played by Samuel L. Jackson. The Nova project from Marvel Studios finally got an update after 3 years. Iron Fist is also coming, but it's unclear whether Marvel will bring him over from the Netflix Defender saga or not. For those who aren't familiar, the Netflix Defender saga introduced characters like Daredevil in the MCU. We could see White Tiger, Flash Thompson, Agent Phil Coulson, Iron Spider, and more. Basically, all the characters that the MCU is trying to assemble into a team like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This time around, they might bring it to life in a live-action version. For those who don't know, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. format in Ultimate Spider-Man animation was a bit different from what we saw in the live-action Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series that aired from 2013 to 2020. Ultimate Spider-Man, which aired on Disney XD, was an American superhero animated TV show based on Spider-Man comics published by Marvel Comics. The series featured writers like Brian Michael Bendis, Paul Dini, and Man of Action. It premiered in early 2012 alongside The Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes on the Marvel Universe programming block. The show was unique in that Spider-Man would break the fourth wall and speak directly to the audience. It also included fantasy sequences from Peter's mind. The series concluded on January 7, 2017, after 4 seasons with 26 episodes each. Nick Fury of S.H.I.E.L.D. offers Peter the chance to train as a real superhero and become the Ultimate Spider-Man. To do this, Peter would need to work with a team of teenage superheroes: Nova, White Tiger, Iron Fist, and Power Man. What I think is happening with the MCU is that they're starting to set up a team similar to what we saw in an animated show. Rumors are swirling that White Tiger might be introduced in the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series on Disney+. Additionally, after a 3-year hiatus, the Marvel Studios' Nova project has finally received an update. Teased since the debut of the Nova Corps in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy, the MCU still hasn't featured its most famous members who hail from Earth. It looks like a Nova show or movie may finally be happening. In Marvel Comics, Richard Rider was given the power and rank of Nova Prime by the critically injured Roman Day after the destruction of Xandar and the Nova Corps. The Corps was eventually rebuilt, and Rider became the Human Rocket, a hero for Earth and the galaxy at large, as the leading member of the Nova Corps. Now here's what we know so far about the upcoming Nova project, including its setup, previous updates, and who might play Richard Rider on screen in the MCU. In a July 2024 interview, Marvel Studios CEO Kevin Feige confirmed, "It's happening, it's coming together. Richard Rider, yep, a show, yeah, it's 3 or 4 years out." This statement not only confirms that the Nova project is still in the works, but also gives a clearer picture of what's to come and a timeline for its release. A Nova show makes sense within the current MCU framework, allowing the franchise to explore the character's lore without the high stakes a Nova movie would bring. Although the franchise has had mixed results with its TV shows, series like Loki and WandaVision have been more consistently successful, which hopefully means Nova can follow in their footsteps, especially given that his stories primarily take place in space. Feige's statement also confirms that the character taking on the Nova mantle in the show will be Richard Rider, not Sam Alexander. This is because Rider is arguably more popular among comic book audiences and has a deeper history in Marvel Comics dating back to 1976, giving the MCU more to draw from. In an interview with Comic Book's Brandon Davis, Marvel Studios head of television, streaming, and animation Brad Winderbaum shared that a Nova show or movie was in very early development. "We love Nova. We're in really early development on Nova. We have a new system behind the scenes at Marvel Studios. We're developing more than we will actually produce. There are plans to develop Nova. I love Nova too. I hope it gets to the screen. The world is always chaotic. There are always things. You gotta conjure these things to make them happen, but I would love to see a Nova show one day. Given all the past updates and teases about the Nova project over the years, this new update is a big deal. The debut of Richard Rider in the MCU has been nearly imminent on multiple occasions since Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014. The current release window for the Nova project appears to be between 2027 and 2028, based on Feige's 2024 statement. This window places the expected release either close to or just after Avengers: Secret Wars, suggesting that the show will either find itself in the final chapter of the MCU multiverse saga or come after its conclusion. With most of the known MCU release slate being more imminent, the Nova show becomes even more significant. It suggests the series will either have ties to the end of the multiverse saga or potentially be part of the next new era and saga of the franchise. Since Nova's lore is primarily set in space, the show could provide more details about the state of galactic affairs at whatever point in the timeline it occurs, potentially bringing back familiar faces like Star-Lord or the Guardians of the Galaxy. Given the rumors that the MCU will reboot following Avengers: Secret Wars, it will be interesting to see how the Nova release either supports or challenges this idea. A Nova project coming out right before Avengers: Secret Wars would suggest a full reboot is less likely, while one coming after could align with this popular theory. Either way, the projected window for Nova leaves a lot of room for exciting developments to be revealed in the build-up to the show. In early drafts, Richard Rider was featured in Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014 alongside the Nova Corps before he was ultimately cut from the script. Rumors as early as 2017 suggested Marvel was considering a Nova project. Original drafts for Avengers: Infinity War in 2018 had Rider crashing to Earth to warn about Thanos' imminent arrival following the off-screen destruction of Xandar. Marvel president Kevin Feige claimed Nova had immediate potential. The Russo brothers joked about Nova being featured in Avengers: Endgame's final battle, though writers Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely confirmed Rider was intended for both films. In 2021, there were rumors and reports that Marvel Studios was planning a Nova movie to be released in 2023. Kevin Feige confirmed in 2021 that he didn't yet know where Richard Rider might appear first in the MCU. While there were hopes for a Richard Rider appearance in 2023's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it didn't happen. That said, 2023's What If Season 2 revealed more about the Nova Corps in the MCU, including their oath. The destruction of Xandar at the hands of Thanos is almost certainly a key foundation for Nova's origins in the MCU. Roman Day, who exists in the MCU and was played by John C. Reilly in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, could easily select Rider in a future Nova project, putting him on a mission to revive the Nova Corps lost thanks to the Mad Titan. Marvel Comics also features another Nova from Earth, Sam Alexander, a younger member of the Corps who inherited his father's helmet, becoming a hero when Richard Rider was trapped in another reality. The two Novas are now working together in the current comics. While the Nova project will likely feature Rider as first mentioned by Winterbaum, Sam Alexander could debut at a later date, with the MCU having two different Novas. Rumors suggested Ryan Gosling was in talks to play Richard Rider in the MCU, though he debunked those rumors in 2022. But who knows? Marvel might cast a younger actor to play the role, allowing them to potentially introduce him as a member of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in a future series or crossover event. Given the MCU's tendency to explore and expand its universe through different formats and characters, a Nova joining the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. could be an interesting way to tie together the cosmic and Earthbound storylines. It could also provide an opportunity to develop Nova's character further before transitioning him into a leading role in a solo show or film. Plus, it would add another layer of continuity and connection within the MCU's ever-expanding roster of heroes. Well, that's that for today's video. Thank you so much for watching our video today, and we definitely hope we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Please like share this video, and subscribe to our channel to receive further updates from all of our videos on our channel. Thank you for watching. See ya!